All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, here is The Great Divide. This is some really great music from West Texas. The album is called Providence. Kind of your basic CD here. I love the artwork, though, both on the cover and obviously on the CD, and there's your back cover. But very similar to like the Byrds and Poco and maybe even early Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. There's some other influences from country to rock to folky stuff, but it's actually really hard to put into a category. Again, The Great Divide and Providence, fantastic music. Going back to more roots-oriented stuff, that's what I've been promoting lately. And we're talking a little bit about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers because I think there's an influence there. And Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel are out there doing Stop Dragging My Heart Around. Now, before I kind of launch into the good, the bad, and the ugly about all of this stuff, first of all, if you've got tickets for this show, absolutely go see Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks. As much as Stevie Nicks gets under my skin, both with her politics and with what she did to Fleetwood Mac at the end, you give her credit because she's out there again. I didn't think she'd ever go out there. I thought she'd be in a hermetically sealed container, but she must have been tuned into some alternative news sources that said, hey, you can go back out and tour again. You don't have to have your assistant go out and do everything for you, although I'm sure that's still happening. I like both of these artists. I like Billy Joel a little bit more than Stevie Nicks. Billy Joel has a massive catalog, but Stevie Nicks is now Fleetwood Mac de facto. Mick Fleetwood said, I think we're done. Pretty sure we're done. You never know. He did slip that in there, but it really appears that Fleetwood Mac is over. Lindsey Buckingham is out there. Imagine a Buckingham Nicks tour. Yeah, I mean, people would show up for that. People would definitely show up for that. In fact, you might as well make it a Fleetwood Mac reunion and bring in somebody who can hold it together for the late, great Christine McVie, most likely a Bonnie Raitt type character, Sheryl Crow. Those two, word about a possible reunion would likely include someone like that. And here's the thinking again: if you're Irving Azoff and the whole Neil Finn, Mike Campbell thing worked with Fleetwood Mac, two guys to replace Lindsey Buckingham, you could bring in two ladies to replace Christine McVie, or you could just bring in one. I'm not sure what you would do, but certainly in today's casual fan culture, especially with this older music where people will just say, yeah, I remember hearing that on the radio. And I didn't know who did the song, but here I am at the concert tonight because, my dad or my granddad said that I should be here with him. So it's interesting, but let's get to the song itself. And again, these are cell phone videos. These are fan filmed with the usual crappy audio and the grainy video quality. All I can tell you, folks, is when you go back and listen to the original song, the energy level, the correct key, all of these things are really important, because what my mind does, and I'm not musical to the point where I can tell you which note or where it's supposed to be on the scale, where it should begin and where it should end, but my brain tells me that, something isn't right about this song. And look, Waddy Wachtel is there. He's brilliant. Billy Joel's band is fantastic. So you're going to see some great musicians. And to their credit, Billy Joel throwing some off-speed stuff, some curveballs, and a few fastballs mixed in. to kind of keep the audience on their toes, but never really giving up on the song. Whereas when you hear Stop Dragging My Heart Around, this is just in a different key, and it sounds like very sluggish and kind of like an old car that's trying to get up to the right speed, and just, you know, you're rooting for the car, but it's just not the same car as it used to be. So, you know, it's got some engine trouble, you know, maybe running on 7 cylinders instead of 8. But again, the casual fans will flock to these shows. They've scheduled a number of these with Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel. It's a big deal. I mean, I think it's kind of an odd couple. I mean, you've got West Coast versus East Coast. You've got mild-mannered versus mystical. I guess there's something for everybody. But here's, you know, the whole matter is that both of these artists are in that wheelhouse. Some people would call it the soft rock era, right? Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks, because neither of them ever had songs on rock stations, right? Yeah, they did. I mean, mostly adult contemporary then, and pretty much all adult contemporary now. There are a lot of deep tracks between the two of them, and Stevie Nicks pretty much heir to the Fleetwood Mac catalog at this stage. And again, I have very mixed feelings, very annoying feelings rather, about Stevie Nicks being the heir to everything at this point, but this is life. She did pay tribute to Christine McVie, which I think was really good. She got very emotional. Regardless of what anyone tells you, I think that was very sudden and very unexpected. All right, that's my little still holding on to that issue comment there, because I think everybody was in shock. And Stevie Nicks, who claims that Christine McVie was her best friend, I think she wanted to go out and visit her, but there just wasn't time left to do that. I mean, it all happened so quickly. So again, if you've got tickets to go see this, good for you. I mean, this is a big deal. Even if you're not a fan of either one of these two artists, I mean, Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks, it's a real big deal of a pairing, and those tickets, I'm sure, aren't cheap to purchase. And you never know what they're going to play and how they're going to interact. But here's my thing again about Stop Dragging My Heart Around one more time. Tom Petty, who's a legend, whose voice is about, I don't know, 3 or 4 light years away from Billy Joel's voice. It's just, I mean, if you had Roger McGuinn up there, I would say, okay, yeah, that kind of works, yeah. Or somebody from this band here, if you had one of these guys up there with her, I'm thinking that works. But Billy Joel, Billy Joel is not in the same area code as Tom Petty vocally, not even 2 area codes or 5 area codes away. It's just really kind of weird. And this is when we get into karaoke. Do you want Billy Joel to sing Tom Petty songs? Would you have wanted Tom Petty to sing Billy Joel songs? You know, I mean, I don't really like it when Stevie Nicks sings Tom Petty songs. I will say it's better to have Billy there to help Stevie sing certain songs. I think she's still doing Free Fallin', but you know, because you were connected with Tom Petty, that's the connection that allows you to say, hey, I'm just going to do these songs as a tribute to Tom and people will love it. Again, I'm sure there are Tom Petty tribute bands out there. There certainly are Fleetwood Mac tribute bands out there that are doing an incredible job going back in time and bringing you to the right key, the right pacing, the correct phrasing, and a vocal that is plausible and at times very close, very similar to the original vocals. And I think more and more fans are going to gravitate toward that model as these rock stars get older and it gets harder for them But these pairings, these are like celebrity pairings, you know, Stevie Nicks, Billy Joel. It's smart. It's smart. And I'm thinking that if it's successful, you may see even more of these odd couple concerts where maybe the only thing the two artists have in common is the demographic. And I think in the case of Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks, that's very apparent that they've really hit upon the perfect demographic for a double bill concert, which I'm sure is going to sell out very quickly. Anyway, folks, the footage is up there of Stop Dragging My Heart Around. There are a few other tunes I watched. And again, here's another disclaimer. Me being the old guy, all right, living through the stuff that I've seen, going to the concerts I've gone to, I can't compare most of this. I mean, if you listen to Billy Joel when he went to the Soviet Union, or when you listen to Billy Joel, even when he did that original 12 Gardens thing, or whatever it was called, he's a different guy now. He's not bad. He looks good out there. He lost a lot of weight, and he's up there, you know, swinging the mic stand around a little bit, and it's good. He's got a bit of energy, and both of them seem healthy, which is good in the world of classic rock today. I'm grateful for that. I don't want to lose any more classic rock stars, especially suddenly and mysteriously. I would rather at least see them, you know, hanging in there for a while and living a long, healthy life. And I know Billy and Stevie have been through a lot, especially Stevie. And I know her side of the story is it's not a good story, her relationship with Lindsey Buckingham. But in the end, folks, it's time. It's just time for everybody to reconcile. Christine's gone. Fleetwood Mac is over. I mean, wouldn't it be cool? A Buckingham, not a Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks tour. Wouldn't that be amazing? And at that point, you just bring in everybody who's out there who wants to participate and call it Fleetwood Mac. Bring in Mick Fleetwood and pay tribute to Christine McVie. And, you know, you can bring someone in, or you can have Stevie and Lindsey do it, and Fleetwood Mac fans would love that. And it would top the whole Stevie Nicks, Billy Joel thing. I'm thinking Stevie Nicks, you know, she just won't go back. She's never going back again, right? And it might be the same for Lindsey. I don't know. I'm thinking for Lindsey Buckingham, the door is always open. For Stevie Nicks, I don't know. You never know. Maybe it comes down to money. Maybe it comes down to, you know, getting apologies from certain people. It's kind of weird at this stage that anybody would care and hold a grudge. But these people, look at what's going on in Journey, man. I mean, that's permanent. That's not going anywhere. So that's my video. Again, one more time on this, The Great Divide. These guys are great. The album's called Providence. Check it out. I'm thinking you're going to like it. You know, if you like softer music, soft rock, I keep hearing about how I'm into soft rock now, and all the people that listen to Stevie Nicks, Billy Joel, Jackson Brown, Warren Zevon, we're all just a bunch of soft rockers, man. No diversity. Have you turned on a rock station today to hear what they're playing? No diversity, huh? All right. Well, anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video gets monetized. Please support the channel either through Patreon or through YouTube memberships, and I will see you soon.